Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. And today, I just got nothing today. I'm having a good day. I had a great day yesterday. I'm just okay today, right? Like, I've got plenty of work to keep me busy. I've been staying very busy with that all day. I've been reading. I haven't really been playing a whole lot of games. Here's something. Em and I played Magic Monday. Magic the Gathering, if you're not aware of what that is. That's probably the first time. I've said this is the first time I played in 20 years. It's probably not true. I seem to recall having a couple of game nights at a friend's house where he had a cube thing and we did some sort of mock drafting and built decks and played. But and that was probably only like 15 years ago or less. But it has been 20 years since I've played Magic competitively. I played Magic very competitively in the late 90s, early 2000s. I was in tournaments all the time. Thought I was a pretty good player. I was, every time a new set came out, we would go to the store and buy 4 boxes and sit and open them. And, everybody would have their 4 boxes and we would open. I spent a lot of money on that game. And I really enjoyed myself, but I played so many of the late 90s, early 2000s CCGs. I found a lot more that I preferred over Magic. When I finally stopped playing CCGs competitively, that was with the death of the Call of Cthulhu LCG. I was playing it competitively. I got 4th in the world at that game. When they canceled that game, I just was like, you know what? I don't have time in my life for this. Playing a competitive card game like that is like its own hobby. Like, it's completely separate from gaming. It's its own thing that eats tons of time and energy and effort, because in order to be a competent player, you have to play all the things. You have to try all the decks. You have to do all the things. And I used to drive to Pittsburgh like twice a month or something like that. And we would have a game day and just play nothing but Call of Cthulhu all day to try to find the new deck that was gonna sweep the tournaments or whatever. And it's a whole different world. And I just decided I was done with that part of my life. So anyway, the point is I gave up Magic when I left Hawaii. I think maybe I brought some cards back. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. I still have a couple of decks. I have some decks from the late 90s, but I quit playing it competitively. I've never played a tournament around here since coming back. I did play tournaments for Star Wars. There was the Lord of the Rings card game, Young Jedi. I actually really like that game. Man, there were so many. I was at a booth at Gen Con this year, buying my daughter a plushie, and they had this display case that had a bunch of starter decks from dead LCGs or dead CCGs, and it was like looking through that case was like looking through. Yep. Like I did all of that, right? Highlander, Rage, Battletech, Magic, Netrunner, Vampire. Like, you just go down the list and it was like, yeah, I played all of these. I literally tried everything I could get my hands on. And I gave that all up. So the point of this is, this year, Wizards of the Coast put out they're doing like these crossover sets. They did one with Forgotten Realms a few years back. They're doing Warhammer 40K, I think. But they did another D&D based set this year called Baldur's Gate. And I absolutely love the Baldur's Gate video games. So when I was at Gen Con, I decided to pick up the 4 Commander decks and try to play with those with M. Commander is a completely different format of Magic that's it's 100 card decks with only one copy of each card allowed. One copy of each card name allowed. You can have a card that does the exact same thing that's got a different name, that's fine, but one copy of each card named. And you build 100 card decks, you have 40 life, and you have a commander, which is basically a legendary creature or a planeswalker that you can cast at any time. It starts in your command zone, you can cast it, bam. And then, but the whole point of Commander is a multiplayer format. The idea is there's big board wipes, there's, you know, oh, and this set, this Baldur's Gate set, is designed for Commander. It's like specifically called Legends Commander. It's really only made to play Commander style because it has these big effects. Big, like, board wiping effects, hand wiping effects, deck wiping effects, just all kinds of big stuff, because the intention is 4 players bring Commander deck play, right? But I thought we would try it 2-player, and so I bought the decks. I picked the 2 that I thought had the least dependency on multiplayer and played, and unfortunately the deck that I picked was just so much better than the deck M got, and it wasn't really fun for her. I think we're going to stick with those decks and modify them to be a better fit for us in 2-player. We're going to pick up some more Baldur's Gate packs and customize those decks, and I think that'll be a fun way for us to play. But she's like really into collecting. Like, she's a collector. When she gets into something, she likes to collect, and she's like, she was the one who mentioned to me before I went to Gen Con. She said, you know, I kind of miss, you know, playing Magic. I miss opening packs and building decks and stuff. And I said, okay. And so that's why I bought those. So in the past couple of days, she bought the little Baldur's Gate bundle pack, which comes with like 6 or 8 packs and a D20 and stuff and some lands. And she wanted the cool box so she could put her decks in it or whatever. So I feel like we're going to probably be playing some Magic here. She purchased some of the other sets just to see. We got some packs from some of the other sets to see what they're like, and I think we're going to at least do some form of constructed deck play together. So that's, I mean, I guess that's interesting. If that's, it's just a part of my life I had thought I was never going to go back to, and I'm not, you know, that's maybe the interesting part of the story. Got these Baldur's Gate decks, we got these packs, we opened them, we read all the cards, you know, look at the shinies, look at this gold leaf, foil etched, whatever. Absolutely no part of me was like, oh, let's go get more. Like, zero. I had no desire whatsoever. Whereas in the past, it was definitely like probably an addiction. Like, I got to get it all. Like, we got to get 4 of these, and I got to get that. And this was just like, I'm not going back to playing competitive ever again. But playing against M, just building decks and playing together, I think we can have a lot of fun with that. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, I guess I did have something to talk about. I mean, I always do, right? I turn the camera on and I just talk, and something happens. But that being said, our friend Chris has not been calling in to ask questions, so I think one of you should. Anybody, just call the voicemail. You don't even have to like tell me who you are. Just say, "Hey, I have a question," and leave a question, and I won't announce your name or whatever. If you want to be anonymous, you can be anonymous. You should do that. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is nebulous. It is an adjective meaning an idea or plan that is vague and not well thought out, ill-defined, lacking concretes. Jay's plans for what he would do when he graduated college were nebulous at best. Nebulous. Nebulous. I realized as a high school senior that my future was nebulous and that I was not fit for college, and so I joined the Marine Corps to try to find myself.